guys, it's Rev, and this is a 6mm podcast. With me today is PNW Punk. Say hi, Punk.
What's up, guys? What's going on, guys?
Hey. Now, and with me also is Dick Bud.
Compton and Long Beach together, homie.
And with us always...
Now you know you in trouble.
Hey. And with us as always is... Oh, well, it's just Snoopy. Say hi, Snoopy.
Oh, hey, guys. What's going on?
What's
up, guys?
So much pep in your voice today.
I'm very excited today, guys. You could tell.
I'm happy. I'm fucking ecstatic. Everything is going great. I got you two motherfuckers here.
We've never done a four-way before.
Oh, I know. This is the first four-way. I mean, it's not gay as long as... Well, actually...
No, come on. We gotta admit, this is pretty gay. All right?
All right. So... What are we going to talk about here today? Oh, I don't know. Maybe you guys heard about it. It's a little thing. Maybe you heard about seen it on Instagram. Soon. It's Airsoft.
Fucking soon.
Soon, motherfucker.
It's Airsoft C3 Underground. And, you know, I'm here right now with a lot of you guys listening, and I'm wondering what is it. But let's go back a little bit and talk about what is Airsoft C3, like, briefly, because I know that a lot of YouTubers might not have an Instagram or follow them. But what is Airsoft C3? One of you guys answer.
Kyle?
So Airsoft C3 is a website created by three fine gentlemen who basically wanted to create a resource for players to be able to find other players, other fields, stores near them, and airsoft teams. So you can go there, you can register, and then you can look in your state and see other players, other teams, like stores that might be near you. It's really just meant to be a resource for airsoft because nothing really existed. And it's also kind of hard to keep on top of because you guys know, you've been playing long enough to know fields close all the time, new fields open all the time. So someone's really got to be on top of it, and that's what they aim to do.
Pretty much, yeah. And the great thing about it is that it's free, and you can just like load it up, look on your state, and find out any sites or local fields that are there. I use it a lot when I have to go and when I travel. And since I just recently moved, I actually did help me out look for a field there. So it was a pretty good resource. And then like after that, so tell me a little bit of what the people are here for. What is Airsoft C3 Underground?
Okay, so I will. It all started off as like a. It started off as just kind of a group chat. You know, of random people that, I mean, you wouldn't even consider them industry people. I mean, some of them are kind of well known, some of them aren't. And it was just kind of a place where everybody can just talk about what they like and what they don't like, airsoft topics, you know, and whatnot. So it basically kind of morphed into this thing where they're like, hey, well, we want to do like a fireside chat, kind of a podcast, kind of like this. And then, you know, a couple of us were just like, well, what if we kind of morphed it in, you know, like what if we did like a cool event for kids? And it kind of turned like, well, what if we just showed up and kind of surprised everybody? And through like the ideas that morphed, it kind of just turned into this like, all right, so let's throw a free event for kids. Don't tell them we're showing up, because like one of the big things that we talk about a lot was like how kids just want free shit. Kids just want like free sponsorships, free guns. You know, and then a lot of people who go to the big events like Airsoft Con or like, you know, the big games, they think they're gonna walk away with some free guns. You know, like it's like a platform for that kind of thing. Not to say there's anything wrong in like giving back like that, but it kind of brings out a different type of player.
It gets the ones that are all desperate for like, I just want a high kappa.
Right.
Give me a high kappa.
Yeah. Right. So. And in not telling anybody about it, we basically just wanted to celebrate, not like reward, because nobody should be rewarded for wanting to play a sport that they love, but we wanted to celebrate the people that like come out and just want to play. Like they're just coming out to play for the weekend. They didn't know anything was going on. We show up and like give them the event is free. You don't have to pay for anything. Food is free. Everything's good, and you get like a big game experience. And so basically, Airsoft C3 Underground, or the Underground, was just a name that we needed to incorporate to describe the event while it's attached to Airsoft C3. So the Underground is basically like Fight Club, that you don't really know it's going to happen until it's like you're in it. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the underlying of like how kind of it works. And by all means, like it's not perfect. Like, you know, we're like after the event, all we did all we were doing was like, all right, so that didn't work. This didn't work. That worked really well. And like, so that, excuse me, whiskey.
It's all good. I'm about to hit that right now.
No.
Fireball.
Papa needs his. Ew. What is that? Is cinnamon and water.
And that stuff
Go
only
fuck
gets you
yourselves,
sick.
okay? I'm trying to survive this podcast, not die at the end of it. Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Drink harder.
So yeah, you're not going hard enough.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
So yeah, that's Airsoft C3 Underground is the event where we basically just show up, surprise everybody, and that's at its core.
That sounds good. I mean, I look at the pictures that you guys have of all the events, and it's pretty fun. I mean, pretty cool too. Like you have, lights on your armor. Like definitely something that's very distinctive. That it looks like you put a lot of time and effort into it.
Yeah. So yeah, and that was a combination of that we wanted to have it started off with like Rich from Airsoft C3 saying like, wouldn't it be cool if we had like tracer units where like one side had green and the other side had red, so it looked like laser beams being shot back, like it was like a Star Wars laser battle, you know what I mean?
That'd be cool.
And then it evolved and was like, well, like Rich was like, well, my church does concert lighting, so we can get concert lighting involved, and like then that escalated, and then it was like, well, let's put it on our armor to make it look like we're like it's like a Tron video game. and then like before you know it, there's a storyline, there's like characters, there's like a whole thing, and it was like it basically turned into like, what would it be like if you were in a video game?
That's pretty much what I got.
And
yeah, from what I was reading.
Yeah, it was.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, it's like trying to take like, because you have your milsim. And you have your Speedsoft, which is kind of like the two dominant forces in Airsoft right now. And of course, each one of them hate each other. There's some people in the middle, of course, but for the most part, they're like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. So why not have something that's in the middle where like it's at its, what it is like it allows you to, good push.
I tried.
But it allows you to kind of express yourself with your imagination, which is why we got into Airsoft in the first place. You're like, oh, wait, you mean I could play Call of Duty for real? Are you fucking kidding me? That's awesome. Yeah. And having like...
Yeah, because that's what I get a lot with a lot of like the people that think that, it's either like Milsim or Speedsoft, and either one. It's a good middle ground. And it actually helps to like introduce people to it, because it's like, oh, I don't need to, spend all this money on a high kappa or whatever. Or, I don't need to spend all this money and get like crazy gear. You just got to look really fucking cool.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
they're cool
like
doing
the EL, like, oh yeah, no, and like all the stuff that made you glow in the dark, like all the EL wire, that shit's cheap as hell on Amazon.
I'm serious. I want to look at this. Ooh,
Don't you dare cough on my damn podcast. Fuck
down the
you.
wrong hole.
We're doing it all over again.
No, we're not.
So while you're looking that up, one of the other things that really worked to our advantage is the way that the game was set up with the lights, with the fog, with everything going on.
Yeah.
If you played Speedsoft or Milsim, neither of you had an advantage because you could not see shit in there. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was, yeah. And pretty soon, like throughout the week and the next couple of weeks, like there's going to be a lot of visual content that's going to come out, because that was another part of like the marketing plan. And we'll get into that because that it goes into the whole soon and the logo thing.
Right.
But like, so basically, like there's no advertising leading up. All the advertising comes after the event, after you've missed it, and after, and we'll go into deeper into like when we start talking more, more and more about that as to why and the strategy behind it. As to why we did it the way we did.
I'm curious as well, because it's kind of like the reverse of it. Like you just want to be posting stuff that, hey, I'm gonna be at this field, or hey, that way like people go, oh, I'm gonna go there.
Well, because we didn't want that people to go to a field just because somebody else was going to be there.
No.
Like if you like, okay, I mean, say like everybody, X person's going to be here, and then all of a sudden you have like an extra 150 people because so-and-so is going to be there and they want to meet them. No, we want, like, again, it all comes down to like, we wanted to celebrate the people who just go to play Airsoft to play Airsoft. None of the none of the celebrity aspect or the gimmicky aspect. Basic, it all just, we wanted to have fun playing.
Okay.
Since you put it like that, it actually sounds more attractive than anything else. I mean,
exactly, and that's why we're that's why we wanted to make sure that we do this, was because a lot of people don't know. but there's a very specific reason why we did what we did, and the way that we did it. And a lot of people don't like it because it's not the status quo. It's not what has been done before. So that's why it's like, what you could have been doing so much better. And like,
and I think really what it boils down to is that people saw soon. They saw it from various companies, various people posting it, and I think everybody's first inclination is that, oh, it's some product. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's just another variant of an M4 that someone's making a big deal out of. Who cares? So that was
I thought it was some kind of product.
Exactly.
Yeah, no. So yeah, I'm interested to hear like what you guys thought, because the entire time the internet was freaking the fuck out, we were in our fucking little like
ivory tower, looking at people going
30
like,
stories below sea level, going, we broke airsoft with one word.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we thought it was
quite genius.
We thought it was like a website.
it was obnoxious at first. I wanted to figure it out because I wasn't in this like fucking group. I was a little bit.
I know.
I was a bit jealous. I'm like, why the fuck was I not included in this? Okay, you guys are fucking
hates
assholes.
Secrets.
I hate.
Yeah,
I
well,
hate
it's because
secrets.
it had to be a secret. I know everybody hates secrets.
I know.
Yeah.
That was the
And
toughest
the best part
part.
was like, and like when we saw your dick one, like every time we saw somebody's variant of our logo, we would screen cap it, put it in our group page, and we're like, dude, check this one out. This is awesome.
Oh my gosh.
So Snoopy, I gotta admit, man, you got outdone. Did you see Highwez? Highwez made the fucking coolest one. The Decepticon
fucking Transformer one was excellent. That was absolutely fucking super.
He's like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know what's going on.
So
but I'm gonna be a part of it. No, that was.
Oh, and the favorite part, Snoopy, was like, I wanted to tell you so bad.
Oh yeah.
Because not only did I created the Soon, I created the logo, like in cahoots with like Rich and everything, but like I designed all this stuff.
Oh, I don't
like,
doubt that.
That was so like when you were like making fun of it, and you're like making all the like the dick stuff, and I was like, oh, it's so good because it's my logo.
And what's awesome though is
fantastic.
that you guys, everybody figured out it was C3 related, and I credit Punk for that. Excuse me, I credit Punk for that because he made that on purpose so that you would look and go, yeah, go ahead.
I think it was just the color coordination was the major factor.
And when I was working with Rich, because like he and I back and forth, I mean like with as many polos as because we were using an app called Marco Polo to chat back and forth because it was like instant feedback video, but like he and I swear to God, there's like as many polos as there are in the group chat, is between he and I with like going back and forth with like, what about this logo? Because the logo that you see now was not what it started out as. I'll tell you that right now.
Do you want to give us an idea? Maybe it was more far off.
There was, I mean, it still had like the chevron because we wanted it to still coincide with the C3 logo. Like we wanted it to be able to be used together, so that way you can have the underground, you can have the C3, or you can put them together. So that way, like you could. So that way, so the fact that people did catch on that it was Airsoft C3 was by design, and I'm really glad that people caught on, and that people in Airsoft aren't as stupid as they get credit for.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm glad I'm not stupid. I wasn't that.
I mean, who's drawing like dicks on logos?
You guys were in fact impressed with all the parodies of your logo.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Which one was the? Hold on. Aside from Dick Butt with the Highways, Chris, what was your all-time favorite out of all that?
So aside from the Highways and aside from your dick one, because I know you, because like you're the fucking king, you're the meme king.
Oh God.
He's a meme machine.
And there was another one. I can't remember who it was, but it was it you? Who did it? Was it you that said to send nudes?
Yes, that was also me.
Yeah.
There was that one. I love that one. And then there was another one that was like it would look like there was a Susie blow up doll in the background.
Judy.
Praise everybody.
Judy.
Praise Judy. Praise Judy.
Praise Judy. I don't know what the fuck that's about, but the fact that Praise Judy or like whatever it was it was so off the fucking wall that somebody took what we did, which was Vegas shit, and then there's this like other side meme of that I don't know what's going on, and they put the two together.
It's fantastic.
And it made me so happy because it was like there's like another inside joke inside of an inside joke. I love it.
You really think of it at the end of the day, I don't think it was meant to like to be like that, but it ended up being so fucking genius.
And I'm sorry, I keep talking because
No, you're good, dude. It's your logo. I mean, fuck.
Well, it's our logo.
Oh,
I don't.
Oh.
I helped design it, but like Airsoft C3 Underground belongs to everybody that put their hard blood, blood, sweat, like literally blood, sweat, and tears into making this what it was. And so it doesn't belong to me. It belongs to everybody. Like, I just want to make that very clear that this isn't just like a one person thing. Like, all the people, like if you go on our thing, like it's become like the second family almost. And, but like, brain fart. Sorry, that's the whiskey talking.
I love it.
Like, whoa, shit's slowing down.
You're good. You take your time, buddy. Take your time.
But anyway, Kyle, you elaborate.
Yeah. Well, I was just gonna say that, like, full disclosure, I got brought into the fold on this a little bit later in the game, with maybe like a month and a half, 2 months to spare. And the reason was, I was planning on going to play Airsoft for my birthday anyway. And I fucking love GamePod. It's a rad site. If you haven't been there, if you live in California, even if you're in Southern California, it's worth the drive. You should do it.
Absolutely.
So I wanted to go up there, and then I found out Punk was going to be there, and this is before I knew what was going on. And then he's like, there's like almost like a little hint of weirdness, and he's like, I got to call you. And I'm like, oh shit, what did I do? And he called me and he told me about it, because obviously he had to talk to the rest of the group about bringing me into the fold. And these are people I've never met before. For the first time, I met everybody, including Punk. Honestly, Punk and I had just talked via Facebook and Instagram, and
really sporadically too. Like,
yeah,
it wasn't like we were in constant contact. We're just like, hey, we kind of acknowledge each other as cool people from across the way.
Yeah,
and that was it.
Exactly. And so, Punk spoke to the group, and there's literally like a deliberation whether I was in or out. And they took a shot on me, and I've been so appreciative, because everybody in that group, to Punk's point, has become almost like a second family. It's insane. Case in point, Kaiju, who works for Valken now, and he's based out of Colorado, couldn't make it to the event, and he's coming out to LA for work in actually 2 days, and I'm like, dude, stay with me. So, like, just from that conversations that I've had, like, I feel like that connection to these people, and after playing the game and meeting with them, it's insane. Like, it sounds super cheesy, like Airsoft can bring people together, but it's fucking true. It's absolutely true.
Yeah, it's like as negative as Airsoft can be sometimes, with like the stigmas and like so and so didn't call their hits, or so and so fucking whatever. Like, it's crazy. Like, even it's like Snoopy, like you and I met at Blast Camp or Conflicts 2.
Yes, that is correct.
Right? And like, it was like I had known you for years. And it's like that's the fucking weird thing about Airsoft.
It is
that when you meet somebody that you've talked to, like, it's like you like rekindled this, like, holy shit, we've known each other for years and years and years. When, like, as Kyle was saying, like, when we all came together on Friday night, when we all came together that Friday night, the day before the event, that was the first that we had all been together in each other's presence for the first time. And it was like, when Friday came around, like, we were packing BBs. We were like getting all this stuff together. And, when we were talking back to what you were saying about how, the soon and the logo thing ended up being genius, was that, like, we're not event coordinators by any means, in every stretch of the imagination. I mean, shit, you could sometimes call us barely players, but like, and some, I mean, but some can question our, whatever. But anyway, like, we were just like, okay, so how do we advertise for an event that you can't talk about? So we're just like, fucking just soon. So Rich and I were talking, and we're like, well, okay, so let me make, just, we got our font, we, do it soon. Okay, cool. We'll release that 2 weeks before the event. And we had no idea. I'm serious. Like, you guys, like, we had no idea the type of impact that it was going to have. We knew that we were going to, because we all put so much love and effort and care into the event, we knew we didn't really have, like, any kind of, like, doubt that it was going to be positive. But, like, we didn't know what we were doing. So, like, when we posted this soon, we're like, all right, well, here we go. Let's see if this works.
Yeah, it's just, it's out there, and there's like this like moment where you almost hold your breath. You're like, okay, we did it. Now what?
Yeah. And so,
I'm sorry, but like, even people who weren't part of the group at all just started, putting their own soon thing. Not even like a parody, just soon. It was just, the hype was real. I mean, as much as it bothered me, it was there, and you guys were there to stay until you guys really you guys actually showed us what was actually going on.
Yeah, and it was yeah, and then when we released the logo, and again it kept snowballing, and again we kept reiterating the fact we just broke airsoft with one word, and I can't it fathoms me. It's like that scene from The Dark Knight when the Joker says, "Look what I did to this city with a couple cans of gasolines and a few bullets," It was insane. It was like watching a wildfire start in front of you. Then you're like, well, technically we started that fire, so go us, I guess.
No, you guys did a very... Surprisingly, it really did go off like wildfire. Holy shit.
So there's something else that happened before soon that not everybody knows about. So the C3 Underground logo... we had stickers made and sent to everybody, and a week before we even started posting soon, we were posting. No. Or was it 2 weeks?
No. It was damn near a month.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I went back.
That's right.
I went back a month before we started posting stuff. Before the event, a month before the event. Was it? It was either a month before we started posting.
It's a month before we started posting soon. Yeah.
Okay, so a month before we started posting soon, we already had stickers made.
Jesus.
And we were posting. No.
Hey,
a month.
It gets better.
Ahead of that. Go ahead. Yeah, you tell them.
We were posting those stickers on various things in our Instagram posts for a month, and no one fucking knew. No one saw it. No one caught on. Wait a minute. What's that sticker?
No. Hold on.
You
I saw
didn't say
stickers.
anything, Snoopy.
I did. You know why? Because I saw Typhoon Tactical. He had it on his fucking laptop.
Like
I saw it.
He did.
On his screens, yeah. But we snuck them. Okay, my favorite, if you go back to Who Shot First, who was one of the sponsors of the event, they have it in a reflection of like a plastic bag on one of their posts. Like, you have to really look to be like, oh, there's the logo.
I saw it 3 different times. I just don't. I only know
Oh,
the
there's
Typhoon.
so many more.
I bet. You know what? I feel dumb just not noticing because I'm one of those fucking people who want to like fucking know shit. So I feel like I failed. I failed. You guys, I'll admit, you guys win this time. Fuck you.
Yes!
There you go. Yeah, and the thing is, here's the thing what I see with it too. But hey, I think it's good that you guys are doing something different.
That's fucking amazing. That's also that's why my voice sounds like absolute dog shit. Is because Kyle will tell you, and also I was the commander for the red team, or the Dead Reds is what our team was called, and then the green team was the Evergreen Highlanders. And again, there's a whole storyline, but if this was my first time being a commander, I spent the entire game, Kyle will tell you, screaming my throat dry.
Oh yeah.
There was a couple times I was screaming so hard I thought I was gonna pass out.
Oh,
because
no.
So and like he was saying, so there's fog machines, there's lights, and then there's all the objectives you have to get. Well, all of the objectives are heavy as hell.
Oh yeah. It's all two people carry.
So there's batteries, and they weigh 40 to 50 pounds apiece. So you have to carry them with 2 people.
Right.
The shield generators that.
The other shield generators. Shit.
Those weigh 60 up to 70 pounds.
Oh my god.
So you're dragging those things.
What the fuck?
And hello?
I can still hear you.
Okay, perfect. I'm sorry. I thought everyone went dead.
It's the whiskey talk.
So and then, yeah, it is the whiskey. And then there is the Titans.
Oh my god.
So
I saw. A
have you
clip
guys?
of that,
the
from,
Titans
Okay.
are my favorite. The people we picked for Titans were perfect.
Holy shit! So you guys know who CJ Typhon is?
Yeah,
right?
of course.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah. He's amazing guy, and so he's very eccentric. He's very over the top
And extremely
He
creative too.
Yeah, I seen
Holy
his videos
shit,
on his
dude.
YouTube. I see
His
YouTube
fucking
channel and
costume,
stuff. They're pretty interesting.
I thought my costume looked pretty cool, and I thought our crew looked pretty badass. No, fucking Typhon stole the goddamn show, dude. He looks he looks like a gladiator, a titan, and I don't know what the fuck to call it, but he put so much time into his kit, and as cheesy as it looks, when he's on the field holding a minigun, shooting at you. There's one video that's out right now that somebody else put up. You can literally hear the fear in the kid's voice when he's
you have
"Do we go
out on the field screaming, "I am the fist of an angry god," just
no.
waste the
Yeah.
kids. Scream,
Yeah, I saw the
run,
Instagram.
rabbits!
These kids. Yeah,
It's
so
so
you and these
scary.
guys, the Titans can't die. Like you can't kill them. Like you can shoot them all you want, they won't die. So you plug in a battery, you put it in a Titan recaller, you put the beam up, and then that cues a audio call. Which, by the way, Kyle fucking killed it. Kyle did all these. Kyle, Ian, and Michelle, and I'll let him talk about that. But like it cues the Titan, and when they go in, the other side just cowers in fear because you can't kill them, and they run around with a minigun. Like they basically have unlimited ammunition, but they're only active for like 2 minutes, and then they go into chaos mode, which means like both Titans have no allegiance to either side, and they'll kill anything that moves.
Oh my goodness.
So everybody scatters like cockroaches, and it was just like you're just like. You get so caught up in it, and you're like, you legitimately have fear. You're like, I don't want to die. So, but I'll let, again, back to Kyle and his audible geniusness. Kyle, tell him about what you guys did with the sound stuff, because that was impressive.
Yeah.
But
It
just
really was.
real quick before that too, going back to the Titans and like the chaos mode thing, I would literally, I was out on the field screaming at the Reds, get back, chaos mode, get the fuck back.
Wow.
Like, and they're all looking at me like, well, what's that mean? And then they just see like CJ around the corner. He has this crazy bright flashlight on the end of his minigun, and they're just like gone. They just scattered. It was truly impressive. So, but anyways.
So, and then on top,
Oh, go ahead.
you had CJ, and then you also had Paulina.
Yes.
And she goes
Paulina.
by Gulina Von Kitten on Instagram. She's a fucking badass
She
chick. She
is.
does a lot of ref. She is so fucking rad, dude. I love her to death. She does a lot of reffing, and she does a lot of stuff down at Tax City, and I think it's in SoCal, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So her and Roar and Giggles, they're really good friends, and they do a lot of stuff down there. But like, dude, Paulina's like her look. She had like a very polar opposite of CJ. But she was so menacing and so fucking terrifying.
Yeah. Dude, if CJ
it was
is
just-
like this noble warrior, Paulina was like the silent cyborg killer.
Damn.
Oh no.
Wow.
It was amazing. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry, I keep interrupting.
No, you're fine. So one of the things too that we talked about in the game is that we wanted to give the players real-time updates on what's happening. So either the red team is collecting an objective, or the green team is advancing, or the green team is retreating, or the Titans are coming out. You know, one of those things that you just don't always get in, you know, in Airsoft is like an audio cue to let you know what's going on. So Ian's partner, Michelle, actually was just talking to us in the group, and we're like thinking about what we want the voice to sound like what do we want out of this voice. And she just comes in with this like very cold, calculated voice, and I was like, we were all like in unison, like that's it, that's what we want, that's what we're going with. So she came over and we just recorded like, I don't know, it was like 25-30 different phrases of her saying it, and then I added some like effects and some reverb to it, and those were playing over speakers like during the game. And basically we were radioing in to I'm sorry, I forgot what's Rich's friend who was running the computer.
Oh God, what you asked me? I'm the worst at names.
I know.
And I'm kind of tipsy, so.
I know, and I talked to him once, but anyways, it was the guy that
I
was
wanna
running
say
the
it's-
lights.
David, I don't know.
That might
Maybe,
be right.
No, that's.
But we were calling in real time.
I'm
cues
really
to him.
sorry about that.
No, and
How
I
dare
too,
you.
I don't. I only talked to him very briefly, so, and I'm same. Unless I talk to somebody a lot, I don't remember names. But he was basically running the lights. So, say for example, we call in like, all right, we're getting whooped on here. The greens are like all up in our territory. He would flip all the lights on the field to green, and then he would play that audio cue. He's literally sitting at a laptop, just controlling everything that's happening while we're playing the game. And it was like, I mean, in theory, like, we're like, is this actually going to work? And during the game, it was like insane. And the players reacted to it. The players, like, I would be in a group of players and they would stop to listen to what was being said over the intercom. And we had various music cues that would happen. Like, if the greens were advancing, there was a music cue. And if the Titans came out, they each had their own individual soundtracks that they used. So
That's
it was-
incredible.
Dude,
Wow.
Yeah.
it was
Shit.
like, it was insane. because we pulled it together very last minute because it was just kind of one of those ideas. And that's what's cool about this whole experience is like the entire time, nothing was ever really final. No idea was like, this is the final thing. No one else says anything. If you had an idea, you threw it in the group and it was just constant spitballing.
Can I just throw something in there real quick? Because I've been looking at this from an outsider's point of view, and I wasn't at the game, obviously. You guys didn't see me there. But what I'm listening to is just so fucking amazing. You guys are just having a blast just talking about it in general. Like,
we're still riding the high.
It sounds fucking fantastic. Okay, I wish I could have been part of it because that's amazing.
And the thing is like, we have a whole, like, I have so much video. So Matt from SOC Airsoft was there and recorded a lot of like third person footage. And a lot of it is like super cool. Obviously he's like biased towards the Titans because the Titans are this cool looking thing and super menacing, and CJ with all his yelling, but there's a lot of crazy footage that I'm trying to put together right now so people can just get an idea of like what it was like to be there. And what our hope is that people like see this, getting as excited as we are, so that the next time around when we do the next event, it's basically just going to be like a date. You're not going to know where, you're just going to know the date, and that date, just go out and play because there's a chance we'll be at that field doing round 2.
Kyle, let me hold on. Wait, I'm sorry, but because you're talking about a date and you're talking about a place, but can you at least throw a hint at like what region? Because I know you're not gonna tell us what state. You're not gonna tell us, if it's back in California. Just tell us if it's a region. Okay.
I can't.
So
nothing. Okay.
Well, no. I mean, this is what I mean. So keep an eye out for. So the marketing for the next one is not going to be the same as this one.
You don't expect more soon.
It's not gonna be soon. It's gonna be like maybe. Kind of.
It'll be like soon, and the next one will be again. Like,
sorta.
But you know what would be really
sorta.
cool, like.
But basically what we want to do is we want to this kind of thing is nationwide. Like, I'll tell you that, nationwide, and at its core, this whole thing is to stimulate local fields, because you never know. Because I mean, like, after the event, fucking Rich at C3's DM box was blowing up with local field owners going, dude, how can we be involved? How can we get in on this? Because what this is all about is we want to stimulate local fields and get players to come out there and play, because like, you don't need a reason for us to come out and just create a good time for you. You need to go out and enjoy airsoft, and we might come to some random field that doesn't get a whole lot of love, and just, it doesn't matter if there's like 200 300 people or 20. Like, we don't care. Like, we are not in it for the money.
And Chris,
if we break even, great, that is the hopes, but we are not in it for the money. We just want to come out and show kids an amazing time. So like, get out and play, and we might show up at your field and not tell you, but so when you're saying like the marketing for the next one will be a little bit different. I can't tell you how, because honestly, to be honest with you, we don't know how.
Like,
we don't know how
perhaps.
It's gonna go.
Maybe you throw perhaps in there.
I mean, the thing is that maybe, what about, what do you guys think about, like, because I feel like, I mean, I don't want to say how you want to do your business or anything, but I mean, like, it really,
no, that's fine.
I mean, like, definitely, like, if you put the theme into there and you give it, and I don't know how you work with like the venues or anything, but like, imagine like you got your whole theme is going on and you have like newsreels of what's going on, and like and the field, or like the owner of the place that runs the Instagram of that field just starts posting stuff about it to get interest, and that's it. And then people are like, oh, what's going on in here? It's almost like if like an earthquake is going to happen, and then it happens, but there's nothing to report on until after the news,
So one of the things that we want to do is, because this is an Airsoft C3 event and this is a new thing, and it's, and I'm happy that it's catching a lot of buzz. I'm happy that we have the opportunity.
There's a lot of buzz to it.
And it's so good to hear that from people who, like, across the country. Like, the fact that it's getting a lot of buzz, like, that's amazing. We're so happy to hear that.
Yeah, because you guys are doing something new. Because the thing is that it's been like the status quo is that you can just get yourself an airsoft celebrity to come to your field and take pictures with the kids and all. But instead, it's kind of you're putting an effort into it. There's a thought process, and that's why it's kind of stupid when there's like people that are knocking it down. That's what I think.
Well, and it was also like, okay, so like Dick Butt or DB, myself. So also that was another thing, is that we actually had to have Dick Butt or Kyle. We had to have him change his name or like just shorten it to DB because it was a family thing, you know. And so we're like, we can't have him have Dick Butt on the posters. And I actually forgot to take the Dick Butt off the poster. So actually, I have video of him scratching out his name on it. So, but like, to what you're saying is like, yeah, no, like, we don't want it to be about the celebrity. We wanted it to be about the player. The player who, like, because we aren't anything without the players. And our sponsorships, we're like, well, what if, okay, so a lot of players who have sponsorships, they'll post on their thing like, oh, cool, check out this gun I got. This is what I get. So you guys should go out and buy it. No. How do we make our sponsors give back to you guys? Like,
and can you imagine? I mean, can you guys imagine?
Oh my God, that's the fucking smartest thing I've heard all fucking year.
But can you guys imagine talking to someone, the largest airsoft retailer like Evic, who wants to just get their name out and keep their business going, and saying, no, can't do it. You just have to post soon. We can't put your logo in it. We can't, you know what I mean? Like,
that was the thing. Yeah.
Every sponsor played by the rules that Rich set for them. Basically saying that's not the spirit of this event. It's not about your name. It's about the players. It's about giving back to the players. Now, granted, obviously, we give them credit for what they did, and we're super thankful. But it's one of those things where we want people and players to feel like the places they shop and the brands they buy from actually care about them. More so than just, hey, look, we gave this celebrity you like a free gun, so now you'll go buy it, right?
Yeah, no. So there's two things I want to bring up. And I'm going to bring up the one, and then I'm going to actually turn it over to Kyle for the next one. So the first one, about Evic. So thank you so much for them. I mean, all of the sponsors that were involved.
Oh, it's huge.
Huge support. But Evic, the biggest, I mean, they pride themselves on being the first. They pride themselves on being different, and they pride themselves. They had no idea what the fuck was going on. Matt, I mean, like, again, so Tack, your favorite boy, Matt.
Oh, my. Wait, we're talking about Matt the Musketeer?
No.
Sure.
What? No.
No, Evic Matt.
I got excited. I'm sorry, guys.
Matthew Burnett.
You know, it's a recent drama shit, man. You know.
No, I know that,
I actually.
We're talking about your hetero life mate.
Oh, you know, my soulmate, Matt from Evic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I hear him. He basically said, he's like, we didn't, and him and Miguel, they were like, we had no idea. Like, they were like, they said, like, we're looking at your costumes and we wish we knew, because we're like, they look awesome and we wish we could have done it too. Like, they had no idea what was going on. And the fact that, like, the biggest airsoft retailer in the nation had no idea, and they were the main sponsor.
To consider the amount of trust that they put in us to put on this event and really know not much about it.
Yeah.
And go, okay, well, we're in. And the fact that, you know, everybody who got in, everybody got in for free. Everybody got fed lunch that day for free. Everybody got a bag with a shirt, a patch, like all this free stuff. Like, and it was, the whole point was just
Kyle. Let me ask you a question. How free was it? I'm not joking about this, but to the extent of free, like, what are you talking about?
Like, no one who played airsoft that day paid a dime.
No shit. Are you fucking kidding me?
No one who came to the field that day paid a single dime to play.
Yeah.
Nobody.
I think it was first 100. I think it was the first 100. It was originally like the first 150 people came in and they played for free.
That's incredible.
And then I think after that, then, like, I think they paid, like, if they were still played for free, but, like, if you wanted to have a patch and a T-shirt and stuff, then
you have
I
to
think
buy
you paid
that.
like
Yeah. So the goodie bags were for the first 150 people, but everybody played for free.
That's
everybody, and the food was free, game was free, and that was thanks to Evic and I think it was
Extreme Airsoft.
Extreme Airsoft, not AEX, but that's neither here nor there. I mean that. So I can't remember.
That's
I think it was the one in
incredible,
space. Yeah. So, like,
wow.
Everybody shows up, and then we lift the doors, and we tell them as they're walking in, we're like, hold up. This is welcome to Airsoft Underground, or Airsoft C3 Underground.
No.
Everybody here gets to play for free on us. Like, you guys, like, thank you guys for being a part of the community. Thank you guys so much for just coming out and playing. Thank you. This is our way of saying thank you. And here are all the sponsors that are backing us who also want to say thank you. Now, as amazing as that is, and is a wonderful and as proud as I am to be a part of that,
Right.
I want to take a second to talk about Jesse.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So,
Kyle, I'm going to let you take it over from here.
So about a month before the game, I got a direct message from this kid named Jesse, and he goes, "Hey man, I need your help." And I'm going to be honest, Snoopy, I know you've gotten it. Tony, I know you've probably gotten it. Punk, I know you've probably gotten it. It's going to be, can I get like a free patch? Or, you know, what's the best gun I should get under $150?
Hey man, should I buy the Norbert sniper rifle? Should I buy the Norbert sniper?
Tuning kit.
No, the sniper. Now it's a sniper rifle. Tuning kit is 2015.
Shooting kit.
Tuning kit is 2015. It's about the
And so, you know, I answered him, but that's what I was expecting. I was like, yeah, man, what's up? What can I help you with? And he said, I've been playing at CQB City pretty much since I started playing Airsoft. And I used to roll with this group of friends. And one of the kids asked if they could borrow my GoPro one day. And I was like, sure. So he borrowed my GoPro, and then he took it home and uploaded his footage. And he saw something from one of my prior games where he said I didn't call a hit. And he started calling me all these names. He started calling me a faggot, and all his friends joined in. And these were the people I used to go play Airsoft with. He's like, what should I do? And I was like, first of all, anybody who does that to you is not your fucking friend. Second of all, give me 2 seconds. And I went and I talked to Punk, and I was like, Punk, this kid is telling me about how he's getting bullied playing Airsoft. We're doing this event. It's close to where he lives. CQB City is not that far away from GamePod. And I was like, can I invite him out? I won't tell him what's going on, but it was my birthday anyways. I was planning on going to play Airsoft. I was like, so I'll just tell him it's for my birthday. Is that cool? And Punk's like, yeah, absolutely. So about a week before the event, he messages me back. I told him, I was like, hey, come play with me on my birthday. He's like, yeah, I think I can make it. And I'm like, cool. And then I tell Punk, we're going to make this kid's fucking day. Like, we are going to be like him, with him all day, and we're going to show him that Airsoft is not about bullying or any of that crap. So about a week before the event, he messages me again. He's like, hey man, I'm so sorry. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it out. And I was like, oh, what do you mean? What's going on? He's like, well, my mom can't give me a ride or something because she works or whatever. So I immediately go to Marco Polo, and I hit up Rich, and I'm like, Rich, dude, the kid that we wanted to come out so bad that was getting bullied can't make it. What do we do? And he goes, like, without even missing a beat, Rich is like, well, did you talk to his mom? And I'm like, oh, no. So I go back and I message Jesse. I'm like, hey, Jesse, I know this sounds kind of weird, but like, could I maybe talk to your mom about it? And he's like, sure. And so in the meantime, you know, Punk was able to work out with Valken, and the group was basically able to work out with Valken. Not only are we going to make this kid's day and just let him roll with us all day long, we're going to give him a free gun. And so I called his mom, and I was like, hey, my name's Kyle. Your son reached out to me because he's being bullied in Airsoft. And I asked him to come out and play with me. I didn't tell him all the details, and I'm hoping we can work something out to get him out to the field. And I just laid it all out for her. And I said, you know, we want to make sure he has a good time in Airsoft. We want to give him a free gun. And there's just like pause, and she tells me, like, she's like, I had no idea. She's like, I thought it was weird. Like, who's this grown man who wants to play Airsoft with my son? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know you. I've never heard of you. He shows me your Instagram. You go by Dick Butt. I'm like, what's that all about? And I was like, I know, I'm sorry. I'm an overgrown teenager. I'm working on it though. But she was a really good sport about it. And then she goes on to tell me that she's been having a really rough year, that her husband of 14 years just up and left. And so Jesse's dad has not been in the picture this entire time since he left. And that she really wants him to be involved in Airsoft because she wants him to have a sense of community. She wants him to have like strong male role models in his life. And so she was like over the moon. And she's like, you know what? I will find a way to get him there. If I have to move my schedule around at work, I will make sure he's there. So we totally did. And I was like, do me a favor, just don't tell him. Don't tell him what we're doing for him. Just tell him like, yeah, you can give him a ride to my quote unquote birthday party. So Jesse showed up, and we just laid it on him, man. And both Punk and I talked to him and said, like, number one, you're rolling with us all day. Like, come sit with us if you want to. We gave him the gun, and the kid was he was speechless. And And then what I notice is like as the day progresses, more and more kids are like circulating around this guy and like, wow, what'd you get? Let me see. Oh, that's so cool. And not even 2 days after the event, Jesse's on a new team that's based out of GamePod. So he's got like a whole new team of people to play with.
I see. I didn't even know that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Mm-hmm. Anywho, man, we've been talking about Airsoft C3 for quite a bit. So,
hold on. That I'm sorry. I'm just like, I'm at all because this kid got the. I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, he ended up going, right? Like,
yeah, he was there. So, like I said, he was there.
After
we gave him
all
a gun.
that,
we gave him the free game.
Yeah.
All day, like kids were crowding around him, like, "Oh, that's cool. What'd you win?" Like, we just noticed like his like circle of people that were with him like kept growing, and then literally 2 days later, he said, you know, thank you. That's the most fun I've had playing airsoft in a long time. He's like, I'm not gonna go back to CQB City. GamePod is my home now, and like these kids that he was with, like those are my people now. That's my new team.
I'm sorry, like for me at least, that was very overwhelming.
yeah.
No, and that's
like it might be the alcohol talk, but holy fuck, was that overwhelming?
So when Kyle hit me up and he told me about Jesse, like I was in tears, to be honest with you, because like
Same.
And I think a lot of us can sympathize with Jesse about being bullied. Like we're all nerds, dude. Like we all have been bullied our whole fucking lives, man.
Yep.
And I think that's one other reason why we find so much solidarity in airsoft, is because there's people like nerds that are just like us. And when he was like, dude, this kid has been bullied, I was like, dude, say no more. Like,
Yeah,
this is
that's
what
fucking nice, man.
this is about. And like, I was like, I don't fuck whatever we're doing from here on out. Like, as long as Jesse has an amazing time, I don't give a shit what happens else. Like, as long as he has the most amazing time of his life, and we, you know, like, that means the world to me. And the fact that, and I also want to clear up Rich from Airsoft C3, because he was the one that contacted all the sponsors. I had nothing to do with it. Like,
okay.
He's the one that's got all the connections. He was the one that hit up Valken. You know, yeah, I'm sponsored through Valken, but like, he was the one that hit up Valken, was like, hey, we need to do something special for this kid. It was out of Rich's kind heart that he was like, we need to like step this up even more. And Valken, they've got these new alloy season, and this isn't a plug, this isn't anything, but like Valken took one of the new alloy series AEGs, which are like leaps. I mean, and Snoopy, you'll know. I mean, Valken. But like the new alloy series is such leaps and bounds ahead of what the battle machine was. Like, it's a legit gun. And like the fact that this kid got number 5 on the serial count.
Yeah, number 5.
It came off the truck the night before in our hands, and the fact that Kyle and I got to hand him this gun. And there's not only that, but there's a live video out there. If you go on Valken's live video, you actually can see the video. And this kid is like deer in the headlights, does not know what to do with himself. And the fact that I got to be a part of that, and the fact that like, if there's anything else that I do in airsoft, that like the fact that we did this, we gave back to the community and we made a positive impact. Like I honestly feel that the Airsoft Underground is such a positive impact that like I could quit tomorrow and know that I made a positive impact in somebody's life.
For real.
And like nobody can take that away from me. Like, and I don't mean to get super sentimental, and yeah, it might be the whiskey talking, but like I cannot. No. I mean, like, as much of a dickhead as I am, I'm actually kind of a sap. I'm not gonna lie, but like the fact that we made some kid's life, Jesse, and like, no, I'm not even kidding, man. Like, this kid showed up in full blown like Russian Adidas like tracksuit, Adidas shell tops, Adidas track pants, Adidas tracksuit, balaclava. Like, this boy was bumping like Boris House, like hard bass, like. This kid was like such about Russian culture.
He brought a Bluetooth speaker with him, and he was bumping like Russian techno.
And like, this kid's gonna be a Russian, guaranteed.
No doubt.
Oh, no doubt. He's
hell yes.
So I mean, and if any of the Russians are listening, you need to keep an eye out for this boy, because like this kid, he is up your fucking alley. But this, like, I mean, he's such a good dude, and he's got like amazing grades, and he's like such a positive kid. And the fact that like he was bullied, I was like, no, dude,
Nope.
Dickbutt or Kyle and I were like, that's not happening.
Nope.
Like he and I, like this kid is going to be our like shadow. We are going to treat him like he is an actual human being and a player, and he is going to go out and have the time of his life. And he did. Like he was like thanking us profusely, and like I couldn't help but just like, no, thank you. Like this isn't about us. This is about the fucking players. Like,
Absolutely.
we cannot drive that in people's minds enough. This is not about us.
It's almost like people are still like, what's the catch? And we're like, no, there's no catch. This is not for anything but the players that just go out and play and love to play.
That's it. That's all there is. Like at its core, there is nothing more in depth than that. Like we put 6 months. We have been planning this. And making sure that nobody knew anything about it. We almost had a couple slip-ups. There's almost a couple times where we're like, oh, shit. We just spilled, like, holy fuck. And, like, we covered it up. And you know, it just, yeah, it's such a fucking rush, man. I can't even tell you how amazing it feels.
Can I just say something real quick? Like,
yeah, man.
I have done a few podcasts with Tony, but it's probably one of the first times, like, I've actually, like, no joke, fucking teared up just a little bit.
Yeah, dude, it's hard not to, man.
Right? Like, just, like you can relate, and it's really hard not to. But like, I could fucking tear up. Like, I'm doing it right now. It's really rough. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Fuck.
No, I mean, and at the
we made Snoopy cry.
No, but like, honestly, at the end of the day. At the end of the day, the reason that we all talk to each other, the reason why Snoopy, why I'm always fucking hitting you up, Tony, why I'm always bugging you on Facebook Messenger, is because we fucking love this game. All dumbass memes aside, all the dumb shit we say, we fucking love Airsoft. And that's like a bond that we share. And I've never met either of you in person, but I still feel like I've known you forever.
It's a bond.
Absolutely. So when you hear like somebody who's like passionate about something like you are is having a hard time, like it was just like drop everything mode. It's like it does okay.
Family.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, this kid's having a hard time. What do we do? How do we make this right? And it was from that point on for me, that's what it was about. And it's like I don't like I'm not saying this to like, oh, look at me, I did something cool. Like I did something for a kid. I would do it whether there was a sponsor helping or not. If I had to send that kid one of my own guns, I would have done it. It just happened to time out that he was in the right place and it was the right time.
I'm a little jealous of him now. He got all the good stuff from Dickbutt and Airsoft C3 and Punk. Gosh.
Damn.
So we're still not gonna get a location on where this actually, will take place next.
We don't know.
Maybe our next. We don't know for one, but maybe our next one should say somewhere instead of soon.
Oh, come on.
No, honestly, the location hasn't been selected. We don't even know.
Okay, fair enough.
That's not a marketing ploy.
No.
That's not. I mean, because like it just so happened that the marketing became what it was because by chance. It was by pure fucking luck. We planned it, but we didn't have any idea. And the fact that like now we got to follow it up. But like now we got to it's all off the cuff. Like really, like we'll throw out an idea. If everyone's down with it, we do it. Like that's all there is to it. Like it's if we like it, we'll do it. And fuck what anybody else says about it.
Look, wait, hold on. Can you explain like just very quickly because this has to be brief. We've gone through like 50 fucking minutes of this, but explain very briefly how this is not elitist because I'm sold. This is not elitist.
Yeah.
It's helping everybody else and not yourself and just looking beyond.
Yeah, like I'm curious about that too.
Just explain how it's not elitist really quick. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sold.
No, that's fine. It's so from the outside looking in, it looks like it's elitist because you have big name companies that are posting about it, and you have very few selected people who are posting about it as well. Now, if you look at all the people who are posting about it, we are not the cool kids. We are the actual uncool kids who are doing this. Like this isn't the normal people who you look up to. These are the people who you don't hear from, and these are the people who are the loudmouth dickheads, and these are the loud, like these are like honestly like the motley crew of the people who get overlooked, the people who like we are not the popular crew. We are just players who genuinely love it. Like we don't get anything out of this. There's nothing like how the fact that so the one of the again I can see how you can see it might being elitist that like all these big name companies and there's a select few people. But because of the way that the structure is of how we're doing the games where we can't tell you because we want you to go out and play. We have to be very careful in not telling you what's going on. So that could look like elitism, that there's this secret group of cool people that are making all these decisions when no, we just want you to go out and play so that way, we're trying to encourage local play. We're trying to encourage you to go out and just play because you never know when something awesome is going to happen. People had memories made from this event because of the awesome that was made. But think about how many times you went on your local field and made a memory with the local kids in your community and touched lives, and you did all that stuff because of just creating the connections between people who you share a sport with. Like that's what we want. We want you to go out and play. That's all we want from you. It just so happens that we might be able to like create something bigger and just celebrate as a celebration of you going out and doing that. So we don't want to tell you about when we're coming because that would tarnish the surprise. That would tarnish what it's about at its core, and a lot of people don't understand that because this kind of thing hasn't been done before.
Nope.
And like
No, it hasn't.
Yeah, and the other thing that I would say is that every single person who participated had skin in the game. Everybody who made their own costumes, who, every resource that they put into it, it's not like Evic or any of the one sponsors paid for everything. Airsoft C3 like took on a ton of the burden. Like I paid my own travel expenses to get up there. I paid for all the costuming stuff that I did. Like it's not like, oh, this who are these people and why do they get all this stuff for free?
Absolutely.
Like everybody contributed something.
I'll say it, like Airsoft C3 flew me up, but that's because I did a lot of the graphic design work. Like, and I'm out of state. So they're like, we'll help you get down here so you can be a part of this because of what you contributed. And so I honestly feel like I contributed and earned my way down. It wasn't given to me. I spent hours and hours. Weeks. And at the same time, I was working 16 and 18-hour days at the same time I was doing this graphic work because of what I believed in. Sorry, Kyle, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead. But
No, you're fine. I was just gonna say, like, you would be Marco Poloing the group late as fuck, and you could hear it in your voice how tired you are, and you would just talk, even if you were just talking to me, and you're just like, dude, I'm so tired, but I still have all this stuff to do, and like you sacrificed a lot. I was out of town a week before the event, so I couldn't get started on my costume.
Yeah.
That I wanted to do because I had to go out of town for work. So I was literally up 2-3 in the morning. The day of the event, we were up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So it's not like some kind of VIP treatment happened to anybody.
No, there was no VIP at all. Like from the morning, from that weekend. So like we all got together on Friday. From Friday morning, we ate breakfast, and then we got to work. We were sorting out BB bags. We were getting like the giveaway bags put together, and we worked up until like late. Rich said, "All right, everyone go to bed. We got to be up at 4 in the morning." We got up at 4 in the morning. We left at 5. We got to the event by like 5:30, 6 o'clock, and we started work. From concept to finish. Mm-hmm. From when we packed all the stuff up at the end of the night on Saturday when we got back to the house. We were busting our ass. There was no free rides. There was none of that shit. Everybody contributed equally. Nobody rode for free. And so there is no elite. Like the fact that, in my mask, if you look in my white mask, there's my actual blood is in that mask. Ryan from Airsoft C3 blew his fucking hamstring when he was, I can't remember what he was doing, but he blew his hamstring and was still out there laying concert wire down so we could have the lighting. Like there's so much like anti-elitism in this event that it's sickening. I can't fucking stress it enough that like, and even now, we might not know where we're gonna show up next, but you better fucking believe we are already planning the next event storyline. Like it's nonstop.
We're already doing work. It literally picked up the day after. The day after there was like this kind of brief. The people who are traveling home, there's like this brief silence. There's a kind of like a.
We thought we were gonna have.
Honestly,
we thought we were gonna have like a week of like, all right,
it's like,
cool.
We're just back at it.
No more. We're good. We have a break. No, the fucking ideas are already starting to fucking flow out, and you're just like, God damn it! Like I love you all so fucking much.
Aww. Nice.
Yeah.
Damn. Lots. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's legit. Like
I'm sorry.
like,
I'm actually crying.
cannot,
Holy shit.
I cannot stress enough. Like I feel so fucking proud, and I don't give a shit. Like honestly, I don't give a flying fuck about anybody who doesn't like what we're doing. You can not like it. You cannot understand it. That's fine. But like the fact that like okay. So I cannot stress this enough. Not a single. Okay, you can go to any airsoft event, big or small. Someone's gonna bitch.
Of course.
I have not heard. I have not heard a single. I'm not fucking. This is not an exaggeration. Not a single fucking person has complained. Everybody who left that event left happy, and as long as everybody left happy, the only people that left early, it was because of how hot it was, and it was so hot in there. Holy God. But like,
oh, it was so gnarly. Like we're purposely talking about how we want to keep our costumes as light as possible, and it didn't matter.
It did, man, dude. We were sweating our asses off, dude. So yeah, that's Airsoft C3 Underground, man. Like that is everything that we have done. That is what the soon. That is what the logo, that is what everybody has been losing their fucking minds over, is an event that gives back to you guys. Yeah. That is it. That is all we want to do, is like, how can we make the sponsors who sponsor players give back to the people who support them? Like, without you guys, honestly, like, I don't give a fuck about sponsorships. Like, I mean, I'm honestly fortunate enough to be where I'm at. I don't know how I got here. I weaseled my way in. I don't, whatever. But like, without every one of you guys, I swear to there would be nothing. There would be nothing. We want you guys to go out, go to your local fields, play at your local fields. We want you to start building events. Like, if you don't like what we're doing, please make something better. That's not a challenge.
Exactly.
That's not a challenge.
No, it's not.
That is a request. Please go out, be better, fail better. Go out, support your local fields, support your local shops, you know, and Airsoft C3 like is an amazing tool. This isn't a plug, but Airsoft C3, because of what they did and what they do, that website that they have, if you're traveling anywhere, if you're going anywhere, you're doing anything, that is a hub that you can go and you can find local shops, you can find your local fields, you can find anything and make it work. Like, it's just, man, there's so much going on. There's so many big things going on, and I'm going to tell you guys right now, anybody who's listening, this is the time to play Airsoft. This is the time to be in the sport. Whether you're in Milsim, whether you're in Speedsoft, or whether you want something in the middle, make it happen. You are the only person who's restricting yourself from making it happen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And Punk, to your point, if someone didn't like C3 and they create their own thing, we still win.
Absolutely.
Because that's accomplishing our goal. That's what we want. If you say, oh, well, that idea is stupid and I wouldn't do it that way, then do it your way. That's all Underground is about. Play Airsoft your way, and that's what we're doing.
Exactly. I think the only that's just like, people need to, for the sport to grow, like, we need to get new people into it. Because otherwise, if we don't get new people into it, there's going to be a lot less people playing, and it's just going to, slowly go down and just go back to just a core base with only a certain amount of people. And to be honest, like, I would rather have new players come on in and try Airsoft and play for free. And that's what you guys are doing. So it's amazing.
Well, and not only,
and the other thing
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
There you go.
I was just gonna say that was the other reason why we kind of chose the game style that we did, is because it's not something that's currently being done, and the video game community has been growing since forever. And there's so many gamers who probably would be into airsoft, but they either don't get exposed to it, or they see either like a milsim or a speedsoft video that turns them off, and they don't see like how fun it can be, how airsoft can feel like you're actually somewhere else being someone else, how you it's a giant game of make-believe when you think about it. So imagine getting to play your favorite video game in real life. That's what airsoft is to a lot of us, but there's still a lot of people who just haven't been exposed to it. So that's why like what we did is why we did it that way.
And how are you how are you targeting that? How are you guys going to target those people that are into video games, that are in YouTube and they watch their Call of Duty? Like, how do you guys do that?
So by basically showing them that there is an avenue, and that and let me rewind just a back about like growing the sport with new people, because you need new people. But not only do you need new people, but you need to encourage new people, and you need to like. I mean, I'm not saying you guys. I'm saying the proverbial you.
Yeah.
But like if somebody shows up in some weird fucking outfit, don't be like, dude, that's fucking stupid. Just be like, dude, that's fucking awesome, man. Like, that kid is coming out, and like he doesn't know what's going on, and he's doing his own fucking thing. Like, it doesn't look like milsim, it doesn't look like speedsoft. This guy's showing up in a costume, dude. Like, I fucking made shit out of EL wire. Like, I made my own rig, and I'll be doing some behind the scenes, like what I did, what I made, what I built. But like, my thing from the beginning, PNW Punk has started from go out and be unique, be different, build stuff, paint on over your gear, like do all that stuff. But you need to encourage people to be unique. You need to encourage people to do new things, because without new things, there is no growth. You keep doing the same thing, you're going to get the same shit, you know? Yeah. So to market that, to get those people who are in the video games and all that stuff, show them that there is an avenue that they can come into that supports that by encouragement. And this is also like people who are into milsim and you like your realism, cool, do that, but don't fucking hate on the people who don't like it. Same with the speedsoft. I understand you guys got your new scene, you're up and coming, your paintballers and all that stuff, cool, but don't fucking hate on milsim. Like, it's, if you guys are combatant, that's what breeds that kind of animosity. Yeah. Understand that y'all are playing the same sport, you're just playing it a different way.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's the thing, and I think that just comes from like the proverbial, like, the I'm better than you, know I'm better than you, you know?
You mean like in skill level, or like my skill set's
that
better?
They think that their tactics are better than the other person's.
Yeah, but that's the thing, is that speed QB tactics work really well some places and not well other, and same with milsim. And that's why I don't think about play style when I play. I just play with the objectives in mind, even if it's force on force. It's situational awareness. How many people are nearby? How quickly do I need to get from point A to point B? Like, I'm not like, well, I'm going to run here and shoot like 500 times and then, hopefully I hit somebody. It's like, you're still playing the same game. If you're wearing a Diamask or a bump helmet, it's the same thing. You're on the same field together.
Of course.
It doesn't matter how you hold your gun. It doesn't matter what trigger finger you use. It doesn't, like, as long as you're using common sense and like gun safety and stuff like that, like, it doesn't fucking matter how you play the game, as long as you're playing it and encouraging others to play it with you.
Right.
Of course.
Man, we had a healthy discussion here tonight, guys.
I don't know, man. I get emotional. Like, if Chris can tell you, I got fucking emotional after talking about this kid, man. Holy shit. I have not gotten over that yet.
And I mean, I think it's really important, and that goes into a part of the discussion that we talked about, is that kids who look up to you might ask you, they might not be like, hey, I'm getting bored. They might ask you, hey, what's the best $100 gun I should get? And you're like, in your head, you're like, none. $100 guns are shit. Don't buy that. But they're asking you because they look up to you. And I think it's so important to not blow that off.
No, exactly.
If somebody has, Yeah, and that happens sometimes, and that's where you lose players.
I think that's like where I see a lot of people, they just blow them off because it's like either that it's what is it that they ask like so many questions and they're just like super new or whatever, and and then the other person's just like, oh, why you stop bothering me, or it's like, oh, you can take it, you can think about it in another way where this person's trying to grow the sport, this guy's trying to, it's kind of like a plant that grows into like another plant, and then the seeds grow all over the soil and stuff, that kind of shit.
I mean, on top of that, like, if some kid asks you for something, even though there's probably 800 videos on YouTube about the same question he's asking you, you should be honored. He wants to know what you think. Like, that's a mind fuck. Like, that kid looks up to you and values your opinion so much, he's asking you. Like, don't blow that kid off. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's important.
I will say that.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, like, I will say that, like, Kyle, he's got, he's more of in a more of a public light where, like, he gets more of those questions. I don't, like, I've gotten a couple of them, but, like, the fact that somebody reached out to him because, like, they felt like they didn't have anywhere else to go, and he above all other people, like the other popular people, like, they reached out to him. That means they fucking looked up to him. Like, and as weird as that is, because, I mean, as weird as it is that somebody comes up and asks you for an autograph, it's an even bigger responsibility when somebody comes up and tells you, like, I'm being bullied. I don't know what to do. Like, you almost feel like
Damn.
just stop for a minute and just let that sink in. Like, somebody comes up to you, say, and this goes out to anybody who's listening. Say you don't know somebody, and somebody comes up to you and says, I'm being bullied. I don't know what else to do. They have no one else to turn to, and they are looking to you for any kind of guidance. Like, just reflect on that for a minute. Like, you, at that point, whatever your feelings are on about anything don't fucking matter. All you need to focus on, doesn't matter what's going on at home, doesn't, like, take care of that person, because you need to nurture that person.
Yeah.
Like, and, like, when Kyle told me, like, I was crying, dude. I was like, we're gonna make this kid's fucking day, and it's gonna be amazing, and we're gonna fucking, he's gonna be so happy. We're just gonna have so much fun.
Damn.
It's exaggerating a bit, but you know what I mean.
No, and same, like, when I talked to his mom and she told me about how he's just this sweet, caring, respectful kid. He's an honor roll student. Like, same. I'm, like, trying to talk to someone. Like, okay, I'll see you at the field.
Yeah.
Like, it was just, and she was so blown away, and she was so cool about it. And she's like, well, can I come and take pictures? I'm like, fuck yes, you can. Like, you better be there.
Yeah, no, his mom, Kate, is so fucking rad. She was so cool. And, like he has, like, I mean, honestly, like, he really does have a really cool core support system, and, like, I'm so happy that I can be a part of it. Like, I'm honored.
Even like
I'm so honored to be a part of it. Like, oh my god, how can I help you?
Yeah, I mean, and then case in point, like, his I think his grandma came to pick him up at the end of the day, and his little brother was with him.
Yeah.
And Jesse's like, yeah, my little brother doesn't play airsoft because he's, like, scared of it. And then we talked to him, and we were like, dude, play when you're ready. Like, it's not that bad. It's actually really fun, but, like, don't let your brother make you feel like you have to come at a certain time. But it's we're just telling you, we think it's really fun, and you should come when you're ready.
Wow. Shit. Wow. I don't know what to say. Like, this is a very interesting podcast we had. Very interesting conversation, discussion. I don't think I can say I've had someone, like, come up to me like that and said, like, something like that, or I can't relate. But, that's something that a lot of people, it's something that's a good refresher for people that are playing and have been in the sport for a while, that, what you say and what you tell someone has an impact on the person, for better or for worse.
Yep.
Snoopy, you've been very quiet. Everything okay, dude? Uh-oh. I think he just passed out. It's all the little cinnamon drinks he's drinking. But yeah, but look, I gotta say this, that what you guys are doing is great, and I really do wish the best for all of you guys. And I hope to God you guys come to Mississippi. Just saying. Southern Alabama Tactical. Sorry. I'm telling you, like, I had like this like one field, right, that's like freaking baller. I mean, I don't know if you guys seen the videos, but it's like 3 forts and shit. Has like a whole sound system that you could plug into. Immersion. Boy.
So and know that like also like with these big games, like we want you to see what we're doing and do it yourself. Like we want you to see, like, we have like, these eccentric costumes, and like if you look at Kyle's costume and you look at my costume and like even like Josh First from Valken, like awesome dude, like he did this like Assassin's Creed Jedi, like full-blown Jedi. And like Kyle like made this pauldron from like EVA foam, and I made like we want you guys to be creative. Like just because you buy it doesn't mean that's where it ends. Like that kit, if you see a video game you like all my stuff was like based off of like Titanfall and like other random shit that I like, you know, like whatever inspires you, get out and make it. Like, do it and then play with it and see what works, because innovation breeds everything. And like, you never know, you might have this awesome idea and you might be onto something. You might make a product that didn't exist before, and now you're a fucking millionaire, you know, like because all you did was you took a chance and made something, you know. It's get out, be original, do your own thing. Don't listen to anybody. Anybody tells you you're doing it wrong, say, no, motherfucker, this is how I'm doing it. Like, that's it. Don't listen.
And honestly, like, I think that's why I gravitated to punk. Like, when I first started my Instagram, you know, a couple years ago, like, punk was one of the first people I think I even like randomly came across, and I was like, this guy fucking rules, because he doesn't give a shit what anybody thinks about him, and he's gonna do things his way. And to me, like, that's the embodiment of airsoft. It is a game, it is not real, and therefore anything goes.
See, I didn't know that, man. That made me feel good.
Damn. God dang. God damn, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. But anyways, guys, I think we should wrap this up because I want to have this thing posted tomorrow.
Absolutely, man. And I also, you know what, man, you guys, like the both of you, thank you so much for having us on. Like,
yes,
you guys, like, honestly, like, you guys, the fact that you guys were posting and you guys were like it made us, like, I mean, honestly, like, we were like, we want to be on a podcast because we want to tell you guys, because we fucking love you guys.
Aww.
We wanted to tell you
so
bad.
Me,
oh yeah.
We wanted to tell you guys so bad. We were so looking forward to doing the podcast because, like, we were like, I want to tell
no
them.
idea. Literally, we've been talking about it all day.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So, like, the fact that you guys are like are willing to do this, and like, because you guys also, like, you guys do your own thing, like,
oh yeah, totally.
Honestly, like, you know, Snoopy, you do your thing. Like, I mean, and by the way, hold up, I want to throw some salt on you, Snoopy, real quick. Like, are you still seeing what's her name, the Blue Milsim chick?
I think he's dead, guys.
I don't know, but yes, he is. It's Kelsey.
Okay, Kelsey, like, the fact that you went on and you were doing your, like, your normal Snoopy thing, and then went on and then you were like doing all these smushy posts with Kelsey, I was like, this isn't Snoopy. What the fuck happened? And like, I just wanted to be like, Snoopy, you little shit, you changed. You sold that on us. But like, first of all,
you gone soft.
I'm fucking happy for you, bro. And like,
dude, you know, I could speak to him. Totally. I could speak for him. That dude is on cloud 9 with her, and I'm happy for him because, like,
I'm so happy.
Like, I'm so
awesome.
glad.
And like, I've been following her for a little while. Like, she's an awesome chick, and dude, you too. Like, with your fucking sniper videos, I'm so glad that there's people doing that stuff that's out here and like bringing back the bolt action in our country.
Right.
And it's not just the shooting kits.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm happy you're doing what you're doing, and keep doing it, because like I saw that you got on. Congratulations, by the way, with the with the Airsoftology shout out.
Thanks.
I think didn't you get? Yeah, dude, that's
Yeah, dude, that's sick.
Yeah. And House too, or House Gamer.
Double
Yeah,
trouble,
Monday
man.
was a nice day. It was a pretty good day.
Yeah, dude, and Dayton's he's a rad
Yeah.
dude. Like he's very. I mean, despite the fact that he's very Canadian, he's an alright
Yeah,
guy.
and and the thing is that he kind of it kind of brings back to a lot of what you guys were talking about. It's like keeping everything humble, keeping everything level-headed, and knowing that there's people there that look up to you and being a good, positive person. He's a very positive person, and I try being positive, and I try not being trolly or doing stuff like that, But
it's and it's like, dude, you guys, because Snoopy out there, I think he fell asleep.
I think he died. I think
He must have.
Ladies and gentlemen, he was drinking a copious amount of Fireball and.
Well, I mean, it's
cinnamon shots.
It's also like what 3 hours ahead, so it's like
Oh, that's right. Shit.
Yeah.
almost midnight.
Gotta go to
Shit,
bed
dude.
soon,
But dude, every single one of us in this group right here in this podcast, we are the biggest proponents of fuckery in.
Oh,
God,
absolutely.
I honestly, we are the biggest proponents of positivity in this sport. Like, don't listen to a fucking word we say. We're dicks for a purpose, because we're all good people, and I'm rambling.
All right, let's call it then. We'll take this in the other end. All right, Al. So I'll close out the podcast. So hold on a second. Let me just get ready. Thanks for watching.
Snoopy is legitimately asleep right now. He is asleep right. Fuck off, Snoopy, you piece
Everybody,
of shit.
let's talk some shit about Snoopy real quick. Come on, let's go.
Fuck you, Snoopy.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Snoopy, you
Snoopy,
suck.
you suck. I'm gonna hack your
memes are
I'm hacking your
shit.
Instagram right now, boy.
Yeah, you need to step it up with the Novrich and the Evic Matt. Like, I need to see some other target.
Yeah, step your
Yeah, dude.
game up.
Step
That's
your
right.
game up, boo boo.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, this has been well, before I end it off, do you guys have any closing statements, real quick?
Nah, man, I poured my heart out.
I know. Kyle?
Yeah, man. I mean, other than thank you if you've listened this far, and just get out and play.
Right.
Actually,
If you love airsoft, that's all
you
we're
know
doing.
what? I will say something. This is going to be a plug. Get on
There we
airsoftc3.com and sign up. Like, it sounds so corny, and like Airsoft C3,
It's
like, I
fucking
know
not.
you're just like,
It's great.
you don't want to be a part of a thing, but like, honestly, like Airsoft C3, it will keep you connected. It will keep you in
No,
touch.
it's true.
If like,
That's
say like
very
you're
true.
going and you're going to travel across the country and go visit family, but you want to play, bring your stuff, get on airsoftc3.com, sign up, and get yourself connected, because it will teach you, like, all right, like, where are your fields, where are your shops, where are your teams, how do you, and you can contact them and get a hold of them that way. And also, it's going to be a huge tool. We are going to utilize Airsoft C3's technology to bring you Easter eggs as to what we're doing when we figure out what we're doing, because we don't fucking know what we're doing.
Because we don't know
We have
yet.
no idea, but when we do, we are going to be using that website along with Facebook and Instagram, but we're going to be using that website almost exclusively to make sure you guys stay connected and figure out where we're going to show up next. So
All right,
get
Al.
on, sign up,
Will do. So, anyways, guys, this has been the 6mm podcast. I've been Rev. Snoopy is dead. Have a great night. I'll end it up with this. Go fuck yourself, Snoopy.
Go fuck
Yeah,
yourself,
go fuck
Snoopy.
yourself.